So let's go ahead and save that. Remember, save early and often. And if I go back to my index page that's completed, let's look. There are a couple other things that we haven't done here yet. And one of them is to position our images up and down on the page. Now, there are a number of ways we could do this, but one of the simplest is just to use the margin option to position them in place. So if I click on this, you'll see that there's actually a big margin here that's controlling the position of this element from the top of the container it's in to the top of the element itself. And I think as we apply these, this will start to make more sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the margin options on this outer div here. And if you click and select it, you can quickly see this one's called Berry. So if you're ever not quite sure what a div is called, you can just select it and check in the tag selector here. So let's go back over to our CSS panel and select the Berry div. And if we double click, you can see we've already set the padding to 5 and we've already set the margin to 5. And that's what we need for this first one. So we're actually quite okay on that one. But now to make this one drop down much lower on the page, I'm going to select the Leaves style, double click on it, come into Box, and you see I've got padding set to 5, margin set to 5. But the way I'm going to get this to drop down on the page is to uncheck the Same for All option. And in the top margin, I'm going to set this to 80. And I'll move this over a little so you can see what happens. When I click Apply, you see that drops down the page. Now I know this one's okay, it's already set to 5, but if I check this one, it's called Family. So I can come back over to the CSS panel and find my Family style. And again, using the box settings, not the Same for All, let's set that top margin to 80. And because we're setting the top margin the same for the Family div as we did for the Leaves div, you see they're at exactly the same position. So now we've got the staggered design that we had in the original page design.